Showtime! The Capital G show starts right now.
What's up YouTube, Capital G here, prediction for Nationals time. It's been a while since I've done a prediction video, but this is probably going to be the largest and in my opinion the most prestigious event of the entire year. So I pretty much have to. So let me just start off by saying I think Mermail are going to win North American Nationals. I think that it's one of the most consistent decks in the game. And as far as getting highly playable opening hands, I think it is the single most consistent. I mean, Mermail with the opening hand, like, you basically never brick. I mean, with 3 Undyne, 3 Pike, or 3 Lindy / Spear that you can set, like, there's always some really good optimal play. I guess you could throw in 3 Abyssius too, because, you know, that can discard an Atlantean, and then you get the Search too, and it's really hard to stop, especially in game 1. The deck can OTK, it can put all types of pressure on the opponent right out the gate, and Tidal is, it's like an infinite renewable source as far as just, you know, beat down raw damage goes. There's also the wildcard tech in the deck that can just win games by itself. Things like Moon Glacier, Goers, Abyss Squall would be another one, although not a ton of people run that. I think that the deck's only real bad matchup is probably Boojins, because Boojins can kind of out-control it, especially if you get Yamato turn 1, you dump a turtle, next turn you dump a hare, your opponent's going to have to jump through hoops to get rid of that Yamato, and then you flip over Vanity's Emptiness, it's basically GG against the deck. I think that Mermail have very little flaws right now, or very few flaws, especially considering nobody seems to run Dimensional Fissure or Macrocosmos in the side deck anymore. The other 2 decks that I feel really strongly about are Prophecy and Madolche. I think that Prophecy is consistent enough to win the event. I just don't think anybody's going to run it. You know, I have a couple of reservations about Prophecy. Like, you know, they're, on occasion, I guess, if you run into things like Lightsworn or Infernity, they can just power through Fate and kill you. Like, that one Fate is not going to be adequate enough defense to get you through one of their turns a lot of times. And I think that, you know, other than getting your first summon, like getting that negated or stopped, I feel like Prophecy, once it gets on a roll with like Tower and stuff, you're just going to run through decks. And a lot of decks like Mythic Rulers and Lightsworn, they have no answer to a card like a, you know, Spellbook of Power, especially when you use like Master and you copy it and you get to use it twice. Like, they just bend over and it's just like, well, I can't win. As far as Madolche, I think that because nobody seems to have them on the radar, I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna say Madolche are gonna get to the finals. I'm not sure where to put Madolche at times, because sometimes you look at the deck and it looks like one of the best decks of the format, and then other times, you know, 1 or 2 effects will get negated early in the game and it just falls apart. So I feel like, oddly enough, the deck is really flying under the radar. I don't think a lot of people are looking for it to do big things, which is exactly why I'm just going to go ahead and pick it. I'm going to say it's going to get 2nd place. I think that Boojin are going to top 8 because turn 1 Yamato is too strong. I think that the guy who runs Boojins is probably going to get a whole bunch of die rolls that he wins. He's going to go first a lot, and Boojins are a bitch to deal with. I feel like Fire Fist Artifacts, or as I call them, Fat, I feel like that deck is going to top 8 as well, because I feel like the Fire Engine is really consistent. Just tons of just inherent removal. It's like, you know what I mean? Oh, you summon this. Okay, Bottomless that I search with Marmillo. Oh, you set this. Okay, Tinky, Fire Fist, Bear, Pop. You know what I mean? Go into Kagesuchi. Have fun dealing with that motherfucker. I think that Sylvans are going to be a big loser. I think that, I mean, I just don't think it's that great of a deck. I think it's a Soul Charger bust deck. They get shitty opening hands all the time. I think that Vanity's Emptiness is going to be everywhere. Like, even Infernity players are maining like multiple Vanity's Emptiness. My rogue pick, the top 16, I'm going to go with Evil Swords. I feel like a Singularity is just super legit. I feel like that card's amazing. I think that Soul Charging into Lagia and Doka is really good too. So yeah, those are my full thoughts on Nationals, what I expect starting tomorrow. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think is going to win Nationals? Leave that in the comment section below. Thank you as always for watching. Subscribing makes life happy.